substitute. One word substitute basically means you'll be given a sentence and the sentence can be replaced with just one word. So in this segment you need to be really good with vocabulary. So let's look at some of the examples of these questions. I have some limited examples, so let's go through this. Here is the first one. A person of good understanding, knowledge and reasoning power. What do you call a person who has good understanding, knowledge and reasoning power? And the answer is intellectual. Option B. Literate is a person who can read and write. Snob means somebody who is arrogant. Expert and intellectual. Expert means only in one particular area, but here it says a person of good understanding, knowledge and reasoning power. You call that person as intellectual. Question number 2. List of the business or subjects to be considered at a meeting. So whenever there is a meeting, there is a list of topics that you will have to discuss or decide for a discussion. What is that list called? A schedule, timetable, agenda, plan. You call it an agenda. Option C is the answer. Okay. Leave or remove from a place considered dangerous. Leave or remove from a place considered dangerous. Evade, evacuate, avoid, exterminate. Evade, evacuate, avoid, exterminate. Evade means to escape. Evacuate is the correct answer in this particular context. Leave or remove from a place considered dangerous is evacuate. A person pretending to be somebody he is not. For example, I pretend to be the Prime Minister, but I am not. A person pretending to be somebody he is not. You call that person a magician, a rogue, a liar, an impostor. And the correct answer is D, option D, which is impostor. Impostor is a person who pretends to be somebody he is not. One who possesses many talents. Versatile, nubile, exceptional, gifted. One who possesses many talents means versatile, means the person is diversified, versatile. Option A, 5A is the correct answer. Number 6, a person interested in collecting, studying and selling of old things. A person interested in collecting, studying and selling of old things. Antiquarian, junk dealer, crank, archaeologist. Antiquarian, junk dealer, crank, archaeologist. The correct answer is A, which is antiquarian, a person who deals with antiques. A drawing on a transparent paper, blueprint, red print, negative, transparency. A drawing on transparent paper, it is called a blueprint, 7A. Question number 8, a small shop that sells fashionable clothes and cosmetics, etc. A small shop that sells fashionable clothes and cosmetics. Store, stall, boutique, booth. And the correct answer is boutique, 8C. 9, an object that is used to calculate distance. An object or instrument that is used to calculate distance. Speedometer, barometer, odometer, thermometer. Most of you will end up making a mistake as speedometer, but it checks only the speed. Odometer, option C is the correct answer. 9C, odometer. Number 10, a disease of mind causing an uncontrollable desire to steal. A disease of mind causing an uncontrollable desire to steal. Schizophrenia, claustrophobia, kleptomania, megalomania. Schizophrenia basically means split personality disorder. Claustrophobia means the fear of being locked up in a small place. Megalomania means where a person feels he or she is very big or great. Option C is the correct answer, kleptomania. 10C, kleptomania. Here you will have to fill the blank with one of the word. Hardness is a property of steel, substance of steel, material of steel, structure of steel. Hardness is a property of steel. Number 12, foods such as bread and rice dash energy for the body. Foods such as bread and rice dash energy for the body, means it provide energy for the body. Option D, 12D. 13, the tissues, organs and systems of a body dash the living organism. Consist of living organism, constitute the living organism, contain the living organism, include the living organism. The correct answer is B, 13B, constitute the living organism, which means all this put together builds a living organism. Number 14, the door was so dashed that the X-ray machine would not go through it. The door was so thin, so close, so minor, so narrow. The correct answer is narrow. The door was so narrow that the X-ray machine would not go through it. 15. Before Mohammed repaired the engine, he dashed it carefully. Before Mohammed repaired the engine, he recognized it carefully, examined it carefully. So 15, B is the correct answer. 16, the upper part of the leg is called jaw, scalp, thigh, ankle. Please remember it's the upper part and that's the thigh. 16C. For good health, everyone needs dash exercise. For good health, everyone needs almost, inadequate, excessive, sufficient. Very simple, everyone needs sufficient exercise. In the alphabet, the letter B dash the letter A. So letter B follows letter A, ascends, precedes, comes. It is follows. B is after A, that means B follows A. You will find this one word here like 19. The river has been seriously contaminated. You need to replace the word contaminated with one of the options. The river has been seriously contaminated means dried up, diverted, polluted, obstructed. It is polluted. The river has been seriously polluted. 20. Oil dash friction between moving parts so that they can move more easily. Oil permits, reduces, releases, protects. It reduces. Oil reduces friction between moving parts so that they can move more easily. That means it's a lubricant. 21. What do experts forecast? You need to replace the word forecast with one of the option. What do experts deny, declare, prefer, predict? The option D is correct. What do experts predict? The markings of a thermometer make a scale, extremes, a reading, a grid. Markings of a thermometer makes a reading. 22C. Now here you go, you have some words, you need to find the synonym. Synonym means substitute word or similar word, word with a similar meaning or exactly the same meaning. Hesitated, it stopped, paused, slowed, postponed. Please read, think of a sentence, you will find the answer. Hesitated, the closest synonym is paused. 23B. 24. Neutral means unbiased, non-aligned, undecided, indifferent. Neutral means unbiased, non-aligned, undecided, indifferent. It is unbiased. 24A. Feeble. What is the similar word or synonym for feeble? Feeble means weak, vain, arrogant, sick. It is weak. 25A. Restraint means hindrance, repression, obstacle, restriction. The correct answer is restriction. 26D. Here you need to find the antonym or the opposite word. Toil. Toil means working hard. That means A is not the answer. Kind of coil, being lazy, being unwell. Option C is the correct answer. Toil, opposite of being lazy. Submissive, aggressive, passive, assertive, obstructive. Submissive, opposite of aggressive. What is the synonym of brief? We just saw, okay, so similar question. Synonym means similar words. Synonym of brief means short. Synonym of embezzle, embezzlement of funds, like misappropriation. So 30A, synonym of embezzle is misappropriate. Synonym of august. August means common, ridiculous, dignified, petty. Synonym of august is dignified. 31C. Synonym of alert means energetic, observant, intelligent, watchful. Be alert, be watchful. So 32D is the correct answer. Synonym of alert is watchful. Synonym of reckless. Reckless driving. Yes, rash is the correct answer. Synonym of reckless is rash. Synonym of consequences. Results, conclusions, applications, difficulties. It is results. 34A. Synonym of tolerant. Synonym of tolerant, like-minded, open-minded, closed-minded, arrogant. So tolerant means open-minded. Synonym of abundant. ripe, cheap, plenty, absent. It is plenty, 36C. Alright. So, these are the kind of questions that you will get in terms of synonym, antonym, one word substitute. You may also get questions where you will have a question stem where there will be fill in the blanks, where the blank space has to be filled in with an appropriate answer. Let me give you some example. I got some sample paper here, just a moment. Okay, so let's have the screen please. So this is a sample paper which also includes quantitative aptitude. So in the next session we'll talk about couple of few questions from the sample paper. I'm going straight away to the verbal ability part. So here is the verbal ability. Okay, let me zoom this a little more so that you can see it clearly. Alright, it says select the pair of words that have a relationship similar to the relationship between the words in the stem pair. So what is the stem pair here? Teacher and certificate. So a teacher who gives you certificate once you finish a course. So librarian gives you books, judge gives orders, mechanic gives you tools, driver will give you license. Now think, when does the teacher give you certificate? Only when you successfully clear, when you are green, when you have succeeded, correct? Now apply the same to the options. Librarian gives you books, librarian's job is to give you books, right? Judge gives order, mechanic gives tools, driver gives license. So now driver license doesn't really make sense, mechanic tool doesn't make sense, so judge order is the correct one. Intentional, accidental means knowingly and unknowingly. Impulsive or aversion, greed and gluttony. So this is option B. Pragmatic and practical, love and desire. There is something which you do intentionally, something happens accidentally, right? So think of the behavior. So this is one sample question from the Cognizant papers only. Impulse and aversion, greed and gluttony, love, desire, pragmatic, practical. Tokyo and Japan. Now this is very, very easy, right? Now let's look at the question again. Select the pair of the word that have a relationship similar. So we need to find something which is similar. Tokyo is the name of the city, Japan name of the country. So Argentina, South America doesn't make sense. Russia, USA doesn't make sense. New Delhi, India, yes, it does make sense. So New Delhi is the capital of India. Next, through the choices, find out the meaning of the phrasal verbs given in the following sentences. We called on you last night means option B and here option D. Meaning of we called on you. We saw similar questions a while ago. We called on you means we came to visit you. We visited you, we rang you up. Now, when you say called you, that is different. Call on you means to visit someone. Okay. So, A is the correct answer. Next, let me go to question number 60. I am going to move option D underneath. Okay. I came across some old phones means I bought some old phones, I found the old photos. I'm so sorry. I came across some old photos means bought some old photos, found the old photos unexpectedly, watched some photos, painted some photos. When I say I came across, that means I was not really planning to, it just happened. So option B is the correct one. I found the old photos unexpectedly. There was no plan, but it happened. Let's look at this one. Find out the appropriate meaning for the idioms in this sentence from the answer choices given below. So let me move the options one under another so that it's easier for you to read and to solve. Here we go. Number 61. Some bankers know how to turn their errors to account. Some bankers know how to turn their errors to account, how to escape, how to throw blame on others, how to conceal their crime, and how to make profits. Error to account means make it look real. So conceal. Conceal means not to reveal. The juniors in Geetham are smart enough to give a slip to their seniors. Give a slip means to please, to avoid, to instigate, to appreciate. To please or to avoid. Give a slip means I gave a slip to my parents when I came home late. To avoid. Find the synonyms meaning of the underlined word in the given sentence. Now I don't know which one is underlined. There's nothing is underlined here, but let's try finding the answer. Rain fury ravages AP. Ravages, I think ravages is the word. Devastate, sanctifies, cools, blesses. Ravage means to destroy. So devastate is the word. So that's a synonym. They have given the question, but the words, the actual word is actually not underlined. Let's look at the next one. Divided NDA defers decision on president nominee. I think defers is the word for which we need to find the synonym. Divided NDA defers means delays. They will do it later. 65. Astonishingly, girls are finding bad boys alluring. What do we mean by alluring? I think alluring is the word for which we need to find the synonym, and that is attractive. Girls are finding bad boys attractive. Ministry of Defence junks Pakistan report on truth withdrawal. So I think here the word that needs to be substituted is junks. Ministry of Defence junks Pakistan report on troop withdrawal. Ignores, welcomes, appreciates, accepts. Junks means ignore. I don't want to use it. Junk means bad. CBI grills BCCI chief for 7 hours. Grilling means torture, harass, interrogate, appeal. Grills means to interrogate. Okay. So likewise we have these fill in the blanks as well. We'll see that in the next session tomorrow. Okay. So I'll try to put up the questions. I have like 2-3 papers. We'll try to put up the question in much more better format, because this is what I got from APSSDC. So I need to go through this again and make it a better format so that it's easier for you to read and understand, and together we'll solve these. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to post on the comment section of the YouTube program that you're watching right now. I would love to take questions and provide you the answer tomorrow. All right, you have a great evening. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.